Hello and welcome to the Tool Shed, brought to you by Aykaza.
Why map the process? In today's video, I'm going to show you why it's important to have a detailed process map and how you can do this with your team. Normally, there's at least 3 perspectives on how to complete an activity. First one is the way it should be, meaning if everything went perfectly. The second one is the way you think it is going. Maybe you've documented your process, or there's some instructions or training materials showing how the work should be done. And the third is the way it actually is working today. And here's where you need to dive into the details. Few processes work the way we think they do. The informal process, the de facto, is very likely to be different from the formal process, what has been written down or as standard. So we'll be using process mapping to help the team understand the different details of the process. Process maps will bring clarity to complex processes. Process maps are used to define a sequence of steps in a process. They help the project team identify dependencies and critical steps. By mapping out the details, the process map will also allow you to highlight non-value-added steps in your process, rework loops, redundant or repeated steps. It will also help you identify critical points in the process and key decision points. Process maps can also be used to record supplementary information that can be used in your improvement project, such as where to measure or highlight areas in the process where the problem occurs. With the team, process mapping provides a structure where specific data can be attached to the process, allowing you to understand where to measure your process. With this understanding, process mapping will also help us understand where we can fix the process. Process mapping teaches us what it takes to fix the process. So, how do I make a process map? First of all, you want to define the process or service that's being provided. Use a storyboard to identify the different process steps and draw them out from start to end. Plot the process to identify the steps and display them in a sequence. It is important to go and see where the work is done so that you can observe and describe in detail the process. As you walk through and record the process, be sure to enlist the help of the people working in the process. In order to understand the differences that we want to fix, we need to involve those people who are working with the process. Some things to look for as you're recording your process details. For example, first of all, note if there are any missing elements. Second, you can identify if there are different flow paths. For example, rework loops. And also be sure to get inputs from your customers and suppliers. In order to evaluate the process, you can ask some questions. Here's an example of a few questions you can ask. With these questions, what you're doing is looking for opportunities to improve. For example, can you eliminate steps? Can you perform different steps in parallel? Can you rearrange or simplify some of the steps in your process? So hopefully you understand where and how you can use process mapping, and by following the instructions with your team, you can create a detailed process map, which hopefully you can then use to create actions to improve. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe below so that you can get more videos on different tools for problem solving. Also, be sure to visit aykaza.com and subscribe to our newsletter. Bye.